Liberals are still doing everything possible to make life hard not only on conservatives and Christians but police officers, as well. Texas State University's Student Senate basically just voted to allow future bad guys with guns free reign on their campus. Get your free Trump 2020 flag before we run out. Here's why, from Breitbart. Texas State University's Student Senate recently held an emergency meeting to vote on a resolution calling on the school to ban its police department. The resolution was authored by one student senator who was arrested last week during an incident on campus involving the assault of a student wearing a MAGA hat, but appears to have not passed the student senate vote. Texas State University student Senator Claudia Gasponi, who authored a resolution last month to ban the school's Turning Point USA group from campus, has now authored a new resolution to ban the university police from campus. The resolution was drafted following the student senator's arrest last week, along with 3 other students, during a counter-protest gone haywire. The proposed legislation, entitled, "The Removal of Excessive and Abusive Policing Resolution," calls for the dissolution of the university police department, due to the alleged over-policing on campus that specifically targets and endangers people of color. Continued, Texas State University's student population is mostly people of color, states the resolution obtained by Breitbart News, and in order to be truly inclusive, the needs of people of color must be set as a priority and not an afterthought, especially in an institution that historically has disenfranchised people of color. I'm not retaliating because I was arrested, I'm retaliating because I was violently assaulted and I saw several of my friends get violently assaulted, said Gasponi at the emergency meeting on Wednesday. The student senator had referred to her arrest as an assault. "I know that the university police department hasn't done jack to correct these assaults that are happening," continued Gasponi, "so, I wrote this resolution, not because I'm upset I got arrested. I'm upset that we have a violent group on campus that is mandated and paid for by our administration to do the administration's bidding." TrendingPolitics.com, the best collection of pro-Trump news on the planet. Is this bananas or what? Check out Democrat presidential candidate Joe Biden's thoughts on why schools in Iowa are better than schools in Washington, D.C., per Daily Wire. Declared 2020 presidential candidate Joe Biden's lengthy record bit him in the behind again on Thursday, as racially charged comments from Biden back in 2007 began to recirculate online. When Biden was asked by The Washington Post about the discrepancy in school performance in Iowa compared to schools in Washington, D.C., the Democrat cited the high population of African Americans and other minorities in the D.C. area. There's less than 1% of the population of Iowa that is African American. There is probably less than 4 or 5% that are minorities. What is in Washington? So look, it goes back to what you start off with, what you're dealing with, he told the paper, continued. At the time, the Post chalked up Biden's comments as a stumble, leeway the mainstream press would not likely afford to anyone on the right, certainly not in 2019. The Democrat went on to discuss dysfunctional homes in minority communities and suggested minority mothers don't talk to their children from the time they're born. When you have children coming from dysfunctional homes, when you have children coming from homes where there's no books, where the mother from the time they're born doesn't talk to them, as opposed to the mother in Iowa who's sitting out there and talks to them, the kid starts out with a 300-word larger vocabulary at age 3, Biden said. Half this education gap exists before the kid steps foot in the classroom. Nationwide poll, should Trump cut pensions for former presidents? Reporter, why are schools in Iowa are better than D.C.? Joe Biden, lol. Black people of course pick. Twitter.com/T916JF1, Josh, at Lifters May 7, 2019 voter poll. Do you oppose Ox Green New Deal? You might like Let's Block Ads. Why?